working on average time of process per machine activity table. The table shows the user activities for a factory website. Machine ID, process ID, activity type is the primary key. Combination of columns with unique values of this table. Machine ID is the ID of a machine. Process ID is the ID of a process running on the machine with ID machine ID. Activity type is an element category of type start and. Timestamp is a float representing the current time in seconds. Start means the machine starts the process at a given timestamp, and end means the machine ends the process at a given timestamp. The start timestamp will always be before the end timestamp for every machine ID process ID pair. There is a factory website that has several machines, each running the same number of processes. Write a solution to find the average time each machine takes to complete a process. The time to complete a process is the end timestamp minus the start timestamp. The average time is calculated by the total time to complete every process on the machine divided by the number of processes that were run. The resulting table should have the machine ID along with the average time as processing time, which should be rounded to 3 decimal places. Return the results table in any order. The logic is for each machine ID and for each process ID under it, I'll need to use the end timestamp to minus the start timestamp to get the process time of this process ID. Then I can calculate the average processing time for this machine ID. To calculate the process time for each process ID, I want a table that have the machine ID, process ID, start timestamp, and end timestamp on the same row so that I can calculate their difference. To get a table like this, I will need to use self-join. Join activity 1 and activity 2 on the same machine ID and the same process ID. Then I will get the start timestamp from table 1 and end timestamp from table 2. Because we need to get the average time for each machine ID, so in the resulting table, we'll only have machine ID 1, machine ID 2, and machine ID 3. So we need to group by the machine ID. And what we need to select is the machine ID, and the processing time is and minus start and then we get the average, and we need to round by 3 decimal places. Okay, let's try this.